and and I think that suits him the most because he also enjoy the moment and is pretty joyful. For me, example, I'm like a red yellow type. In games, I'm like a red type. I want to do my stuff, don't be dependent on other people, and the yellow type also because I like the intention from other, and sometimes I need the sometimes I also need some positive words from other people to cheer me up.
I disconnected there, unfortunately. Just off of
No
what you were
problem.
saying, Chris, is there so do people fit in one specific category, or do they kind of blend in between these different colors slightly?
Yes, like I said, um, it's rare only have one specific color. Mostly you have two colors, and these two colors are dependent on for yourself or if you're around people. Like I said, if you're around people, you can show off some other color which are not the typical for you.
Mhm.
And if you're alone, you're like a little bit judge uh, on other stuff. But also you can also be one primary color. But also you have one primary color.
Okay.
You also can have only one primary color.
Okay. So you have
I think
one.
Steve's lime. You're like yellow and green, aren't you,
Like
Steve?
yellow and green, am
I
I?
would say.
Okay,
Yeah,
thanks.
What's the one that likes the rules, likes to follow the rules? Quite
it's a blue
steady.
one. It's a
The
blue
blue.
one.
Okay, well Steve's purple then.
Purple.
Do I like to follow the rules then?
You like to make some rules, yeah? You know, you like to do things how they should be done.
So you said make some rules, so technically wouldn't that put me more in the red since I'm now
You're
in
doing it now,
control?
Steve. You're doing it now.
We do have a question from Helento. So Helento says, are there ideal combinations of colors within these groups? Or is there a healthy mix of just what we want? So for example, if both me and Helento were the red type, would we clash?
There are types which have good connection to each others, and some which have trouble. But you can still go on a topic where you have some points of the same interest. For example, the red one is the guy who don't like much people. The yellow one, on the other side, he needs their attention and likes the group of people. So the red one has maybe some problem if there are too many people. On the other side, the green and yellow type are a good comp because the yellow want to have attention, and the green one is someone who's in the background and likes if other has joy and supports them.
Okay.
Also, the blue one is someone who is not creative, but if he do something, he plans make some plans, some steps before he's doing something. He's not the type who's trying 10 times like a the yellow type. The yellow type try to be creative and to achieve something like this, and the blue type is someone who thinks about it, looks if there's a logical path to do, and do it like this. And for example, if you're if I'm like in the front of a group of these four colors and ask, bring me a sandwich, the red one will first of all ask where's the sandwich. I need to reply him on the table. When he went and go and take me this sandwich which is on the table. The yellow one is got the same question and is looking for a sandwich. Maybe I can make some creative sandwich. He go to the fridge, make some. He likes, for example, a Nutella sandwich, and makes me a Nutella sandwich. Tries to be creative. The green one is like, what if I think, which sandwich will Chris like? If he knows me, for example, I like, for example, ham sandwich with cheese. He's going to the fridge, take the ham and the cheese and makes me a ham sandwich because he knows or asked me that I mostly like ham cheese sandwich. And the blue one is that type who get the order. He's going on the internet, looks which sandwich is the favorite sandwich of most people. Most people only eat chicken stripe. The most favorite sandwich is a chicken stripe sandwich, and he tried to give me a chicken stripe sandwich. So that's how you can interact with these people and how they will react and respond of different question and answers. Want to answer it.
Okay, cool. Apparently you've made Helento hungry now because he wants a cheese, marmite, and pickle.
Yeah, I'm hungry now.
Any more questions on the character color types?
And like I said, it's have two pros. The first one is how if you know your type, you can explore better yourself and know what you like. And if you know what type the other people in front of you is, you can have better conversation with him, or make a point of something, and don't need to discuss or try to. You can easier achieve your goals, like for communication or for like example in game. If you talk right to him, that's important. That's important stuff about these colors. How to talk right to the other person, and that's the communication you need often for online games.
Yeah, so you learn which things might set that particular person off, or which things to avoid talking about, or how to connect with them on a personal level based on the type of personality that they have.
And it's important if you play together, like for Steve, if I say him engage or like you need to tank, and he is, for example, he is like a red person. He's simply doing his stuff. But if you like don't talk like polite, like so engage, the green person would feel like a little bit confused, a little bit insecure, and is a little bit down because the atmosphere is not like the type he liked. Stuff like this.
Okay, cool. All right, so let's move on to the which play style suits you best then. Do we have any questions from anyone about that to start with? You can feel free to put it in the chat or just come out and say it.
What was that again? Sorry.
So
The
does
play
anyone
style.
Yeah, the play style.
My playstyle kind of changed a lot. So, background, I've been playing Warcraft since 2006. And at the start, hardcore raiding, all I wanted to do, found my way into reasonably decent guilds. I was in a low pop server. And then, I had kids and got married.
Yeah.
So I started off red and then kind of moved into probably green, where I just kind of play solo most of the stuff. I love playing, single player games now,
Yes.
like Red Dead Redemption and, Grand Theft Auto, stuff like that. But I still play WoW all the time. But it's mostly solo content. Until I joined this group.
Okay. So that's not a problem because your playstyle, it's not something which is absolute. You can change it over time. sometimes it's easier to go in the other group. Sometimes it's harder to play the other play style. It's more like unfortunately I switched the name. The noob strategist supporter carry programmer. That's a player type, and the play style, which you talked now, was the collaborator, explorer, competitor, creator, and that's nothing bad because, like I said, when I was young, I loved to play strategy games like
Mm.
Age of Empires, StarCraft,
Mhm.
the old one, and where I simply want to compete. Sometimes I want to compete. Other times I want to create my stuff, my army, my big army. You can play a game with different style and still achieve your biggest enjoyment.
Yeah.
For example, uh, World of Warcraft. You can play like PvE, like slay the raids. You can be the achievement type who simply wants to get all the achievements. The PvP arena type who wants to compete against other, who got this enjoyment to wants to show off his skills, and also you can be the creator who makes the best in WoW. It's pretty difficult. Like in Valheim, like you can also be pretty creative in WoW because you can simply enjoy the story, and whereas not every storyline has a straight linear story, so you can maybe work around, and also you can be the type who simply um, enjoys to be with his friends online. So, like you said, you love to play Red Dead Redemption for a time, and then you change. That's the big plus side of gaming. It's not nothing is finally. Sometimes you got the enjoyment from simply play the game on your style.
Yeah, and I was sad about it at first. But family comes first.
Of
That's it.
course, of course. I mean, some people have his partner is like also a gamer where they are try to have some quality time with gaming together. Other people, or if you got a kid, you want to show him what you like in when you play the game. What give you the biggest joy, and so it's pretty big, the gaming industry, and of course sometimes comes the time where your best mate is the last time online. But the good thing about this is you still have the memories about what you achieved together, um, or that's a past thing what you achieved together. But on the other side, you can learn some new people who maybe go on the same direction like you, and try to explore new things, or you side with them for some other achievements. So nothing is finally, and if you have an enjoyment, if, for example, during the COVID time, many people have a problem to interact with others, and we live in a time where the online gaming, the online industry, can still connect other people, and they still can have the enjoyment of life and the enjoyment of time they spend with other people.
Cool. Good answer.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay. So with the going back to the play styles, so the noob, strategist, supporter, carry, and pro gamer. Is there a particular team makeup that you would ideally aim for if you were, say,
That's a,
running a 3 to 5 man group?
yes. For example, League of Legends. I compare mostly with League of Legends, but also you can do this in CS:GO. In League of Legends, you have a little bit better. You can see better the differences, but also like I said in CS:GO, you also have these player types. It's player types. Like I said, I switched the names. And yes, for example, for the time I coach the teams. First of all, I don't want to have a noob in my team. That's, I think, pretty obvious.
Sorry, Steve.
And the best thing, of course, are the pro gamers. A team full of pro gamers is mostly the most effective team, and the full team of noobs is the worst team. But in my case, I don't play. I was like semi-professional. Like we play on many tournaments, like also on Gamescom. We was on the stage and other stuff. We don't have often. First of all, we don't have the value the numbers of people uh, for a team. And when I need to look what do my team need. A carry is important. One carry, like for example, in a 5 versus 5 team, it's important to have one carry. Sometimes 2 carries, because when you have 2 winning conditions, don't have more than one strategist, because it's possible, but one of the strategists need to be the most the better one. You can't do 2 plans at the same time in strategy games. So one is enough. One strategist is enough. And like I said, if I have 2 carries, I can have 2 supporters, which try to support the carries. That's like, for example, a good team is like 1 strategist, 2 supporter, a carry. In CS:GO, it's for example the pro teams. They are mostly pro gamers, but they have some uh, traits which are the better or worse than other player. In CS:GO, you play also 5 versus 5. The supporter is the type who's like throwing the flashbangs, smoking stuff up, or shadowing his mate for backup fire. The strategist is analyzing the situation. He's not the type who's a playmaker, but he's like a supporter, a second supporter which makes the calls and try to support his carries. The carries are the playmaker. You need to play around them. Whereas like the sniper in CS:GO, which make picks, but also have good mechanics to make a 1 versus 3. Yes. So,
Okay.
for example, I also, it's not finally. If you're a noob, you aren't a noob forever. It's hard to achieve other play style, other player type, because you need to train, you need to learn. When you can, so everyone starts as a noob. When you try to go in one of the 3 directions, strategist, supporter, carry, and if you are on one of these types, you are in a comfort zone, and it's difficult to join other. You can learn it over time, but it's not like today I want to be the strategist, tomorrow I'm a supporter. That's not possible. And the one step farther is the pro gamer, which learn every role and makes the best of it. A pro gamer also starts like he's a noob, then he's like a good carry, and learn some supporter stuff, but he still needs to do he still do his carry stuff, and like you make the best of all of the of a single roles. Me, for example, I was in the with my team. I was mostly the strategist because other people in my team are better carries. On the downside, I'm not the type of supporter, so I still got mechanics. I still got the possibility to carry with my plans. And now on, I'm I learn to carry by myself. So I was mainly a strategist. I have still my strategist favor, but also I have the carry side where I can mechanically outplay some people.
So you do combine them as well quite a lot.
Yes.
So yeah, you might be a strategist, like you said, but you also carry out those strategic plans. Okay.
You can make it like three pillars, and if the pillars you can learn one pillar,
Mhm.
but you can also learn the other pillar, and so you're like if if you have 10 points per pillar, you can be a 10 point in strategist. Your supporter can be a 2, and your carry can be like a 7, like for example. But you mostly have one primary peak player type, and the other are not that dominant like the other. Except you're the pro gamer, which have like in every 3 of this aspect 10, 10, 10. Or that's not that's not only a pro gamer. A pro gamer can also have 10 in strategist, 9 in supporter, and 10 in carry. Like you still need to fill a role, and sometimes you for example in League of Legends you got a role which is a supporter and the AD carry. A pro gamer is not every time uh, the supporter type of pro gamer plays the support, and the carry type of pro gamer is mostly playing AD carry.
Okay, interesting. So we're coming up to our time now. We've got 5 minutes left. Has anyone got anything specific they would like to ask Chris about his background, about the other topics that he might know about? This is kind of your time
When
to ask.
I've got something,
Sure.
if that's right.
Yeah.
When so I've tried streaming a few times. Just playing Hearthstone. I watch a lot of streamers,
Yes.
especially Hearthstone, because it's really enjoyable to watch for me anyway. And I found that obviously having 2 or 3 people watching or whatever, mostly my friends. How do you like I'm really good at communicating with people and talking to people, and I can't, it's hard to shut me up sometimes. But I found I found streaming to be like nerve-wracking almost, and it's like, how long did you have that when you started streaming, and how did you kind of overcome being nervous on quote unquote TV?
Okay. That's like a special perk for me because I'm like a little bit extrovert, and I know the struggle, but it's learning by doing mostly. You also need to make your goals. Streaming is like have 2 pillars. The one pillar is people watching you because you are the best player or your playstyle motivate them and show them some stuff they didn't know. It's like you're a good player and can teach. We can say three pillars. The one pillar is you are a good player. They enjoy to watch you. The second pillar is the teach it pillar. People come to your stream, they like the game, and you talk about interesting stuff about the game, some lore stuff, some how to achieve the raid, how to success on the raid, how to play a champion. And the third type, they don't need to be good. They are the entertainers. They are strong personal types, creative types. There you can also like compare with the colors. The yellow type is the creative type. He try to entertain the people. The blue guy can maybe show you how to play, teach you some stuff. And the red type is, for example, the pro gamer who you watch because he play pretty sick and it's cool because he got this step of pro gaming.
Cool.
I'll just add on to that one for you with the streaming stuff. From what I've learned about it as well is you just need to be comfortable being you. Pay less attention, like you said, if you're looking at numbers of viewers, pay less attention to the actual numbers and almost act as if you have a massive audience in front of you, because then what you're doing is setting yourself up in a headspace to be able to accept thousands of viewers. Because if you don't have that kind of headspace, then if you get to that point, you might suddenly become flustered. And if you can just sit into that role and just be comfortable enjoying what you're doing, like Chris said, settle into one of these roles of the teacher, the pro gamer, the entertainer, then you're gonna find that you're more natural, you care less about the analytics, and you can really focus on just building those relationships with whoever is there.
Right.
It's the important thing is we're the same human beings like you,
Yeah.
and so don't make stress yourself. Everyone starts. You don't simply snap with your fingers and be an astronaut.
Yeah.
Astronaut people have a long road before they can go in the rocket and launch themselves to the moon. And it's like for the streaming.
Yeah.
Do your best. Simply do your best. Enjoy it. That's also important. Do your best, enjoy it, and don't stress yourself.
No.
On the one side, you're doing it for yourself because it's pleasuring yourself. On the other side, you pleasure other people. And find what's pleasure you the most. And simple, do your thing, and be yourself.
Yeah.
And work. It's like the astronaut story, slow and steady. It's not about I stream. I have so much video editing, editing on my videos, etc. But people don't watch me. Sometimes it's lucky. Sometimes it's lucky the right person joins the channel, get some other people, build up a community, and you are the type who is there for the community. You're like a leader.
So I need to go for red.
No, it's not important to be red.
Yeah.
No.
All right, great.
Be yourself. Most
yes.
importantly, be yourself.
Exactly. Be yourself and enjoy what you do. Those are the two main things. Everything else doesn't matter and comes with time.
Yes.
All right. Well, that's bringing us to the end. Chris, I want to say a massive thank you. I really appreciate you putting together this presentation. I thought it was very insightful and very interesting as well to get involved with and listen to. How did the rest of you find it? Did you have any issues with it? Is there anything that you liked the best? What's your feedback?
It's just really interesting to hear, about the colours and everything. It was it was yeah, it was really interesting. I enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you too.
Would you
Sorry, I
like?
was a little bit nervous today, and
That's okay.
and like I'm from Germany, and you asked, you said about how I can easily talk like this. It was pretty hard for me, but I simply said just do it. That's also an important thing. Just do it, and don't be shy. You can only achieve something if you do something. If you don't want to do anything, you don't achieve something. You have already lost.
Yeah.
Just gotta go ahead and do something. So Helento said it's nice to understand, and he will definitely use it going forward to try and identify the colours and play styles of the people he play with. It should help him to interact with them better. So thank you very much, Chris.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that's fine, Helento. No worries. Would you
It's no
guys like?
problem.
Yeah. Would you like
Thank you
more
to
of
Helen
these?
to join the teaching stuff. It's
Would you?
also the
Yeah.
first step for yourself to achieve something is simply do something, and everything fine. Sorry, Steve, I interrupt
No
you.
no
Two
worries.
times.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, just start something. It's the best thing. Would you guys like more of these types of calls? Potentially with Chris, if Chris wanted to do more, or other guest speakers as well.
Yeah, that's really interesting and a totally different thing, that something you probably never even thought about, doing.
Yeah. Okay. I can see you sitting there quietly, Dan.
Yeah,
Taking it in, absorbing.
uh,
Yeah, it's really good though, really good. I
um,
never actually thought about the colours before, so or like the attitudes of other people you play with. You just kind of don't pay much attention to it. So yeah, it's interesting to you bring that up, because now I'm going to be a bit more aware of it.
it's important for the communication. If
Hmm.
you're like in a raid or something, it's you can't have the small talk with your typical have. So you need to optimize your dialogues, for example, and that's for yes, something different. Meeting new people and learning is always good. True. And that's was one part of my training as a esport coach. Like I got some psychological things like this. I got things like time management, and making plans for my people, for individual training, team training, boundings for the people. It's like on kind of like on the question which I said, um, the benefits of esports. You develop mechanical skills, you improve your cognitivity and the social engagement. And the last thing I was teach about about games, like how to break a meta, how to analyze a meta, it's English, a meta, how I can optimize my team, how I can optimize the playstyle, etc. So I learned a lot of stuff, and if you're interested, I can talk with Steve and make some other presentation.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be
definitely.
good.
Yeah, I think we should definitely have another chat, see what we can do, some more collaborations, and see how we can help you as well. All right. Well, that brings us to the end then. Thank you all for coming today. I hope you have learnt something new, and something interesting, and you've got some good takeaways for this. And once again, Chris, a big thank you to you. Let's have a quick chat, kind of a recap after this, Chris. But to everyone
Yeah.
else, you are free to go. Thank you very much.
Cheers,
Bye
guys.
bye.
Good night.
Thank
you.
you.
I'm just
I
gonna.
guess I leave too, right?
I'm just
No,
gonna
you
drink.
you can stay if you want.
You can stay if you want, Dan.
I'll stay here, guys.
You can stay. Yeah, Chris. Oh, let me just finish